Hello everyone and welcome. I have been gone for quite some time. I am so nervous, but I have so much to say because there has been so much that happened to me. I'm so sorry I was not able to get this video up at a sooner. It's only been 4 months, so we have got a lot to go through. Make sure you have a snack, a drink, and let me stop shaking because I'm so scared. And let's get into it. So let me first start off and let you know that I definitely have speech issues because of everything that you saw by the thumbnail. So I'm getting better each day, but if you're like, who are you? Like, you're not who you used to be. Definitely not. I'm completely changed. But if my speech is off, just know I'm trying my best for you. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it, where this all started, and then we'll kind of lead up to today. And I have some notes in front of me, so if you're wondering, like, why do you keep looking down, it's because I also have a memory issue, and I don't want to forget where I'm at, and I'm so nervous to sit down and film this, even though, like, y'all are awesome. It's just still, I'm terrified because I have not sat in front of this to film a video in months. So if I'm literally shaking, just ignore that, okay? I'm going to start off when I started feeling bad, but not knowing what the heck was going on. I would say that was around September, October, but also, like, we had COVID, we also had the flu, and I was just telling myself, like, you're okay, just, like, keep going. Like, obviously you're sick, you feel horrible. So, you know, everyone else in my family would get better, and then I'm still sick, and then everyone would get better, and I'm still sick. And then it just kept getting worse and worse. My daughter, she had volleyball practices and also games, and there was something about being in the court where all the bright lights were hurting me. They were making me blink more. They were giving me horrible headaches, and I was just sitting there like this. And I just thought maybe I was more sensitive to those lights at the time. I don't know. But then I'd go home and I was feeling really bad. And then we're going to skip to November, when it just kind of like went from here to like, it was next level pain. So I was throwing up every day because of my headaches. They were next level, like the worst pain I've ever been in. I've had 2 children, C-sections, and obviously painful, but these headaches were even to the next level. Like, I thought, it felt like I was on fire. It felt like my head was gonna explode. I would just hold my head like this and then throw up. And I know you're like, that's disgusting. I'm just taking you along the journey. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, you'll get better, like, drink tons of water. Like, I didn't know what to do. So finally, like, I'm not someone who then enjoyed going to the doctor, and there's nothing wrong with that, y'all. Now I'm like, oh, my hand hurts, I'm going to the doctor. Like, you know what I'm saying? I will go no matter what. But back then I was like, you'll get better. Finally, I was like, you know what? You're so sick. Like, you have to go to the doctor. At the time, I did not like my PCP. So I was pretty much calling them, and I was like, I'm not going to go in until I can see so-and-so. And they're like, well, you can't yet. So I was like, you know what? I'm just being patient. She was like, I'm going to try to help you out. I'll call you in a few days. And I waited a few days, and I'm getting sicker and sicker. Anyways, finally she called. She's like, we can't do this, but we're gonna see you no matter what. We'll figure it out later. So I get to go see the doctor that I wanted to see, and he diagnosed me with like migraines because of like the pain I was having. And so I took some migraine medication, and it was next level. My head was hurting even worse. So, but he's like, you know, to be on the safe side, we'll schedule an MRI. So that changed everything. Whenever I went in for my first MRI, I just thought it was like I was going to be in and out and everything was fine. In the meantime, I was having seizures every single day, multiple times a day, and I didn't know exactly what was going on. It was the next level, which I'm probably saying that way too much. I do get an email of what's going on, and obviously I see tumor, and I'm calling my family, freaking out. They're freaking out. Finally, my doctor calls and he says, this is it. You have a large tumor. And he let me know who he was referring me to, and he prayed for me. Then I had to wait 6 days to see if it was operable or not, because we didn't know. It was just a large tumor in the location. So then on my dog's birthday, we actually go see my new neurologist, and he lets me know that it is operable. And he was literally like, we're just gonna go in and like, boop, get it out, and then we'll go from there. He was thinking that it was going to be more of like a level 1, level 2 glioma. I know you're like, wait, what? Just kind of stop there. I'm just trying to make this very short and sweet and get you to the point, you know? There was something, I don't know how to explain it, but whenever I got in front of my neurosurgeon, I wasn't scared. I mean, obviously I was scared about what was going on, but with him, it was just like I felt safe and I knew he would save my life. So I didn't let any of that terrify me even more than what was already going on. He put me on seizure medication and immediately the pain was gone, y'all. The seizure medication, it felt like it saved my head because immediately I stopped throwing up. I stopped having horrible headaches where I felt like my head was gonna just like be gone. And then we just had to wait until it was surgery time. I'm just going to try to keep it. I just keep reminding myself, keep it short and sweet. So it is December 23rd. I'm going in like 4 in the morning to get my surgery. My surgery went fine. It lasted about 4.5 hours. My family waited about 10 hours. After my surgery, obviously I have more MRIs and everything looked better. There was still some like micro pieces, but like, let's say, I believe he was saying 99%, but it was like 95% of the tumor was out. And then, you know, Christmas went by, I'm still in the hospital, a few more days go by, and then I get to go home. I forgot to scoot over, my bad. I forgot to scoot over and show you more close-up, so I was probably cut off and everything. I meant to say that. Anyways, when I went home, obviously it was one of the hardest months of my life. You know, I guess I'm not going to get into all that. I'll just skip that. Just know it was one of the hardest months of my life, even though the tumor was removed. I'm just looking at my notes because I'm trying not to cry. So me waiting to hear about the pathology report, even though he was like, it'd be 3 days and it'd get here. Well, guess what? Also, people were on vacation and we had a snowstorm. It was delayed. Anyways, 3.5 weeks, almost 4 weeks later, I found out that 2 results came back that it was benign, and then 2 results came back showing that it was malignant. So I was like, after waiting all this time, I'm like stuck in the middle. I was very confused. Then I was referred to go see my radiologist and my oncologist so I could better myself. So even though 2 pathology reports came back that it was not cancerous, 2 came back that it was. So with that being said, we were going to be on the safe side and go ahead and start the next chapter of my life and starting radiation and chemo pills. So astrocytoma, which I'll just keep it there because I go even more into it. So the astrocytoma was very serious. It can come back, so I definitely had to do all this to prevent it from coming back. So as far as like the radiation, I did 30 of them, and everyone that worked there was very kind to me. I loved my radiologist. It was definitely hard. It started off, let's say, easy, even though it was terrifying, but then as it goes, it gets harder, and then I get my boost. Anyways, I'm keeping it short and sweet. I'm trying. It was really hard and it's still affecting me. So they say typically between 6 to 8 weeks it will get better. And I'm feeling better. I'm feeling more like myself every single day. But it's definitely like I'm terrified of radiation going forward. Like, give me the Dr. Pepper, but like don't give me any radiation, if that makes sense. Like, it's the biggest fear that I have going forward. Now we can talk about my chemo pills. I did not realize how many chemo pills they had. There are so many, but the one I have in particular, I'll ignore all the names, all that, but it is for my brain to help. It actually works with the radiation and it helps them not grow back. So in the very beginning, the chemo pills, y'all, my stomach, my body, everything on me was in so much pain. I was nauseous. I was just like all the things. It was hard. And then completely opposite of radiation, it started off so painful and then it gets better. And then my body became used to it. And I will continue to take chemo. But now it's not going to be every single day, thankfully. It's once a month for 5 days, so I'm very thankful for that. And in the beginning, I was terrified of it, and now I'm like, I guess bring it to me to protect my head from getting astrocytoma. I'm trying to not forget everything. That's like, hi, that's me. I forget everything. My mom calls me, oh my gosh, what is it? Dory? She's like, hi, Dory. And then my husband, he always calls me, I think it's 10-second Tom. You see, like, I'm always forgetting everything. I kept trying to get back to my neurosurgeon to have my check-in because in the beginning it was like after 1 month and then maybe every once or 2 months we'll check on you after the surgery, and that didn't happen. So then it was 3 months later and they finally got to check on me, do more MRIs, but I had multiple MRIs along the way, and thankfully, all of the micro pieces are no longer there. Astrocytoma did not come back, so I will definitely continue to do the chemo. Hopefully everything that I went through, it won't happen again, you know? Definitely changed. I forgot to mention that earlier. I guess I can show you. You look like I have a ton of hair, right? Well, I need to show you exactly. I'll just pop it up right here so you can see it. I'm definitely very thankful, and a lot of the nurses and my radiologist and even my oncologist, they were like, wow, you have hair? We thought it wasn't going to be there anymore. So it looks like I have hair, but other than like the top, you know, I'm bald in the back. So I am very thankful. They were so surprised. They said you were so lucky. So I'm extremely happy that I do have some hair, because every day I was with a whole bunch of people and they did not have hair. Thankfully, my chemo pill did not take all my hair, but it was definitely the radiation that, you know, caused me to lose lots of my hair, but thankfully not all of it, unlike some people that I saw every single day. I definitely missed y'all so much. I wanted to film this for so long, but I was extremely swollen. It was very difficult for me to communicate and just have conversations and things like that. In the very beginning, I was like, I knew my kid's name, but I couldn't get it out of my mouth. Simple things like that. I'm still trying to improve my speech and my memory, which it's kind of funny because I'm always forgetting everything. I probably already said that. But I'm so sorry that I did not film this sooner. I definitely wanted to. I was just in so much pain, and I wanted to see my neurosurgeon because, I mean, one, he saved my life, but two, I wanted to see him again just to make sure it did not come back. So I just wanted to come home after surgery and get back to like a normal life. And then I was waiting on my pathology report, and then I found out that I had cancer, and it was just really hard. And then going forward, it's like I couldn't just come on here and film because of everything that was going on, the radiation, the chemo, but also like post-surgery. It's definitely the hardest surgery that I've ever had, and it took a long time to heal, and it's still swollen, still healing, but we're getting better. I just wanted to thank you all so much for reaching out to me, wishing me all the best. I had so many of you want to give me money, and I opened up a GoFundMe, but it's not like I asked for that, it's just y'all wanted to. I cannot thank you enough, and so many brands were so kind to me. This experience and what I went through has truly changed me in the best way possible, because there is so much that I'm not able to tell you that also happened in my life, but I'm stronger now, and I cannot thank you all for checking on me. It's just been a really hard, I would say, 7 months. You can look at the videos that I filmed before this. I was like, oh, you know, I'm sorry, I've just been sick today, but I wanted to jump on here and do some makeup because it was all before I knew what was really wrong with me. I just want to get back on here and film, hang out with you, talk to you, and try to get back in like my normal life going forward, because sometimes life, like real life, can be a little difficult, and I just love playing with makeup, playing with perfume, like anything. It's just so nice to almost like escape what's really going on in real life, if that makes sense. I was seriously gonna have like a paper, like what to say, all the things, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna jump on here and just have a conversation with you and let you know what the heck happened to me. And I hope I made sense. I hope that you're happy that you finally were like, okay, now we know why you were not here. But I just wanted to sit down and have a conversation with you and let you know what has been going on the past. Let's see, I haven't posted in 4 months on YouTube, so that's kind of what went down. With that being said, I am so thankful for like my new life in a way. I could just start over. Obviously, I still have to protect everything. I'm still going to be on chemo pills, but I'm just really happy to finally move on in a way, stop the radiation, try to heal myself all over again, and definitely protect everything. Please let me know down below, what do you want to see? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to film? I got some declutters, I got some hauls. Like, just literally let me know what you love these days, because I'm not going to be buying tons and tons of new makeup, even though Sephora sale just happened, and maybe I spoiled myself a little because everything else, it just goes to all the bills and the surgery. But other than that, I don't buy stuff. So But my videos going forward will definitely be different, and I would love to hear down below, what do you want to see? And I'm so happy to see you, talk to you, and I cannot wait to respond to your comments. And I'm so sorry this wasn't sooner, but I'm so happy to be back. So this next part is hard to say. Wherever you are in the world, I hope that you are healthy, happy, and safe. Stay beautiful. Bye, guys.